I'm at Tate Britain in London, where the actor Jude Law has just announced the winner of the 2012 Turner Prize, and it is Elizabeth Price, who is here to my left. Now, Elizabeth, you've just heard the news. How do you feel?
A bit surprised, really, but I feel good. Yeah, it's amazing.
Life-changing?
Well, it'll certainly help.
Well, the money?
Well, the money and the support, they're kind of... I haven't had that many big shows, so I didn't expect to be nominated, and it will make a big difference to my career, I think.
Now, a lot of people said it was one of the best shortlists in a long time. Your work is a very specific work, which is an installation with film and sound, with lots of different pieces of material put together in one piece, which lasts about 20 minutes. It looks very complicated. It'd take a long time to make.
Yeah. Each video I make generally takes about a year, and then I carry on playing with it. I've since re-edited the version that's here, so I carry on for ages. Yeah.
And it's not the sort of work you can look at home, is it? You need to come into the exhibition to see it.
Oh, it's very important that you experience it in the installation, with the way the architecture's arranged, the size of the screen, the darkness, the loud volume of the music. Is intended to be something that you experience physically and sensually, as well as reading the text or recognising the images.
And there's this sort of running theme all the way through it, of a play on the word choir. Why?
Well, I mean, there's kind of lots of reasons why I started making it, but when I felt I resolved the work, it was really to do with the idea of the Woolworths fire and all of the voices in the archive that speak about that event. And they're very different voices. Some are experts, some are shop workers. They're differentiated by gender, by social class, all kinds of things, by their proximity to the fire. Some of them were in it, others were experts, and I was interested in bringing these voices together as a kind of dissonant chorus, a differentiated chorus that would speak about that event or dramatise it, like a dramatic chorus that would convey it with some intensity. And so then the whole piece is intended to frame that. The first two sections are provided as a kind of dramatic context for that narrative. When
you were awarded the prize and you came up and started doing your speech, you talked a little bit about education, your free education, and the fact that you were worried that wasn't going to be available to people, the next generation.
Well, yes, it certainly isn't, and I think that the opportunities that were available to me, which have been, really, transforming and have enabled me to have a life and a career, which I think is much more difficult for, a young person, a child or a young person thinking about their future is much more difficult for them to imagine. I mean, it's quite difficult to do it with the opportunities that I had, and. I forgot to thank my mum and dad and my other half, so I've done it now. But it is incredibly concerning that art may become something that is a kind of elite sport or a dilettante activity, and that so-called ordinary people may not have access to it, either as participants or as audience.
Well, Elizabeth Price, tonight, congratulations, well done. The Turner Prize is on for several more weeks until the beginning of January, where you can come and look at Elizabeth's work and all the other shortlisted artists.